Staying overseas, elections will take place in Turkey this weekend in voting that could spell the end of President Erdogan's long reign. The country's once fractured opposition parties have united in an effort to try to defeat him as their supporters demand change.
This is Istanbul's newest mosque, today opened by Recep Tayyip Erdogan.
Ya Allah! Bismillah.
For 2 decades, the president has reshaped Turkey, giving himself vast power, disrupting global diplomacy, picking battles with the West. He's now geeing up his supporters for the weekend's presidential election. 3 hours away in the city of Bursa, support amid the bustle. This stallholder tells me he loves the president from the heart, that he'd vote for him 1,000,000 times if he could. This customer says Erdogan is a real man, a leader who even stands up to America. But in truth, Erdogan's grip on power is under strain. His political opponents have united behind a single candidate, welcomed by ever bigger crowds. It's this man, Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu, talking to us in his final broadcast interview before the election, telling me his country's been damaged by Erdogan. For you, do you want to be the president of Turkey, or really do you want Erdogan to stop being the president?
There's real damage inflicted on the founding pillars of the country. The main pillars of democracy, which are the legislature, the judiciary and the executive, are also seriously damaged. We want to fix this. I want to be the president, and I really want to make Turkey a democratic country.
He tells me he will reconcile his country, support Sweden joining NATO and repair Turkey's fractured international relations.
We want to be a part of the West and the civilized world. We want democracy in our country. We do not want an authoritarian leadership. We want freedom. Young people and women are fed up. They also want freedom. Therefore, we'll be implementing all the democratic rules of the European Union to our country.
Outside, the crowd is gathering to hear him. Well, in just a few minutes' time, Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu, the man who has united Turkey's opposition parties, will come up to this stage to deliver one of his final speeches before Sunday's election. And that is the scene that will greet him. Thousands of his supporters, increasingly confident that he will be the next president. Kılıçdaroğlu tells them to work for a brighter future. His logo is a heart symbol. Many here see him as the opportunity for a new start.
I am 44 years old. 20 years, maybe the best years of my life, have been spent under oppression and intimidation and in an atmosphere of crisis.
Alongside her, teenagers who've never known life without Erdogan.
Kılıçdaroğlu comes from the people. We know his house and his kitchen. He's not someone who's going to live in the palace.
Kılıçdaroğlu is the face of change craved by many, but others across this country are happy or reconciled with what they've got. This will be a close election in a desperately divided nation. Adam Parsons, Sky News, Bursa.